Hi, this is your buddy, Dr. John Isego here. All over the political space in Nigeria, you see bullies. But the chief bully in the Nigerian space is President Tinubu. If you watch him closely, you see that the only thing that man is obsessed about is power. He will do anything. If you stand on his way, you are a goner. Look at his antecedents when he was governor of Lagos State. And look at what he's doing. And he has disciples like Bulwike, Okpebolo, Bull, Akpabio. You have the bulls who are in the bullying business. But how do you handle a bully? Let me share my very good experience with you. When I was in secondary school somewhere in Edo State, St. John Bosco's College, Ubiaja, there was a young man called Moses. And he was always fond of waylaying me, saying, John, you can't pass. He kept on doing it. And he would throw a lot of tantrums, tirades. He would make terrible statements. And the way he does it, it will take the strength out of anyone. But it got to a point I said, I'm not going to take it again. And I went to learn how to play the kung fu, karate. And I got so good at it. And then when he was coming, I know that was the day I needed to confront him. I went to meet him on the way and said to them, Moses, you are not passing. You've always been doing this to me. And they thought it was business as usual. Before he could say Jack Robinson, I already took him down. After that day, I had my peace. The best way to deal with bullies is to bully them back. You cannot appease a bully. The only time in Nigeria whereby we have semblance of democracy was when a man said, my blood is not worth, my ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. But today with these bullies, their ambition is worth the blood of every Nigerian. They don't care. People are dying. They won't even go. That's not their business. They only go to where they are making merry, where they are celebrating marriages, where they are doing big things, burials, because that is where their obsession for power tilts them towards. So to deal with them, you need to, face them. It's not a time to be a gentleman because they never understand the language of gentility. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to make a hate speech or I'm calling for violence. I'm only telling you, if you don't stand up to bullies, you will be dead. That's the only way to handle them. And as we move into another political dispensation, don't only have your voters card, have your voters club. Because these people, they don't care. That's why they are threatening fire and brimstone. You must meet them at the point of their intention. That's the only way you can be free. So we need to stand up to bullies because they have hijacked the state institutions, the police, INEC, military, every other thing. They do anything. Their obsession for power. That's why you can't do them anything. They even went to America. And now you call it a CIA asset. So everywhere is blocked. They make sure that they have their way. So what do? You must stand up to them. At the end of the day, freedom will come with a price. It is time to stop the bullies. God bless you.